good to be back. This isn't my first rodeo here. Played a couple times with a good friend of mine by the name of Rebecca Porter. I hope you know her. If you don't, oh good. We're in the right place. Played with her at the Golden Pony a couple of times. I absolutely adore her. She is the queen. She is the country music queen of Harrisonburg. If she doesn't have that title already, there you go. So I guess I'm coming all the way from Norfolk, Virginia. Can I make some noise? Can I get some noise for the Hampton Roads, the 757 area? We're neighbors, technically, by American standards. 3-4 hours is not bad. And so I'm here to share with you all some original tunes, if that's okay. I'm a singer, songwriter, and storyteller. And this particular song was written in the excitement from what was birthing in Virginia. Have you guys ever heard of a festival called Something in the Water by chance? If you heard of Something in the Water, you heard of Pharrell and all the other incredible artists that have come from this beautiful state that we call home. So when that festival made its way to Virginia Beach, there was this excitement in the air. And in that buzz, I said, you know what, if there's something in the water, then I am somewhere in the tide. A little play on Tidewater area, if you don't know. But we have a long line of music majesty that comes from Virginia. And I certainly hope to join them in the ranks. So this is the first song off of my debut album, Too Much of a Woman. This is Somewhere in the Tide. All the colors in the valley brush the Shenandoah sky. An exhibition in a gallery that is massive and divine. We are tall and we are rooted like the Appalachian trees, but as the river we are powered by the pull of mighty seas. The waves are being lifted and the sand is being sifted for a treasure that is waiting to be found. If dreams are somewhere in the distance, love is somewhere within reach. Someday will be the lesson that somebody else will teach. And if there's someone on the mountaintop, somehow we'll make the climb. If there's something in the water, then I'm somewhere in the tide. Shoreline is a story to be heard. All the grain and all the gravel could account for every word. In a land that is for lovers, there is room for every kind. Every voice, every heart, every soul and every mind. The waves are being lifted and the sand is being sifted for a treasure that is waiting to be found. If dreams are somewhere in the distance, love is somewhere within reach. Someday will be the lesson that somebody else will teach. And if there's someone on the mountaintop, somehow we'll make the climb. If there's something in the water, then I'm somewhere in the tide. Can you feel the gravity? A rising tide is lifting all the boats. If dreams are somewhere in the distance, love is somewhere within reach. Someday will be the lesson that somebody else will teach. And if there's someone on the mountaintop, somehow we'll make the climb. If there's something in the water, then I'm somewhere in the tide. Thank you. Thank you. So, my debut album, Too Much of a Woman. Do I have some ladies out here tonight who don't know how to behave? Make some noise. What do they say? What's that quote? Was it Eleanor Roosevelt who said, well-behaved women rarely make history? This is that song. That song's for that one, right? It may sound like a breakup song, but it's not aimed at anyone in particular, because it sounds like I got some anger issues, but I don't. It's not aimed at anybody in particular in this case. This was really just an expression of all the different types of social boxes that I felt like I was getting put in when I was growing up as a young girl, and you don't really know it, you don't really see it coming, it doesn't really dawn on you until you're older. You're like, well, where is this coming from? I'm not qualified to lead just because I'm emotional or whatever the case is, and this was kind of just that outpouring. So this is Too Much of a Woman. You ready? Too loud, too strong, too much attitude. I better learn how to play along before your ego ends up bruised. I'm sorry to tell you, brother, I'm not living for your comfort. You can go crying to your mother. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. If I'm too much of a woman, you can kindly step aside. A true king can handle me. He's got what it takes inside. Well, I hate to disappoint you. By now you should understand. If I'm too much of a woman, boy, you're too little of a man. If I'm too much of a woman, if I'm too much of a woman, too big or too small, we can never measure up. The lips, the eyes, the hips, the thighs. I'm tired of all of your nipping until you keep me in the cage, but you don't like to hear me roar. Well, it's time to break the silence. I can't take it so far. If I'm too much of a woman, you can kindly step aside. A true king can handle me. He's got what it takes inside. Well, I hate to disappoint you. By now you should understand. If I'm too much of a woman, you're too little of a man. If I'm too much of a woman, trying to appease you, had me out of my mind. I won't let it happen this time. Too little of a man. Thank you. Speaking of being a little man, I got a story to tell y'all for this next one. I was hanging out with my family on the 4th of July. We were in Philly. My mom's side of the family is from Queens. My dad's side is from Philly. So we were hanging out with the Philly side. in the backyard, quote unquote, because they don't have very many backyards there. It's more like a garage. And so we were hanging out in the garage. We had the tent up and the seats out and the whole spread. My aunt made this whole spread of food, and you know, my uncle was on the ones and twos. He was playing the music, and I was sitting there with my slightly burnt hot dog and an orange crush. I was living my best cookout life at that moment. And this song comes on that I've heard a million times. We've all heard it, I'm sure, a million times. And it's very recognizable. You get swept away with the funky beat, with the bass lines and the horns, and the intro is about a minute long itself. But for whatever reason that day, I finally heard the story behind that song. Never paid attention to it before, mainly because you just get swept away into the funkiness of the music. It's one of those soulful, classic, funky songs. But for whatever reason, I heard the words. And the words struck me. It's very deep, very folklorish. And so I said, man, I think that song would make a really cool folk song. So I grabbed my guitar and I fixed my nerve to run upstairs and take a classic, soulful, funky American song and turn it into a folk song. Now, I know that we have all heard at some point an artist who decided to make a rendition of a song, and we probably thought to ourselves, you know, you didn't need to do that. I know I have, and I was very critical of myself. So I did my job, and I made sure I played this song for plenty of audiences before I put my blood, sweat, tears, hard-earned money, and time into actually recording it. So far, so good. So I'm gonna play this song for you all today. And if you like it, perfect. I have some CDs. You can buy the CD and play this song to your heart's desire. If you do not like it and you are a music purist and you think I violated some sort of code in the music world, buy the CD anyway and press skip, okay? If you have some words for me afterwards, I used to teach high school. There's nothing you can say or do that will hurt my feelings. So it's gonna be okay. This is my folk rendition of Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling stone. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling stone. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling. It was the 3rd of September. It was a day I will always remember. It was the day my daddy died. I never got the chance to see him. Always heard bad things about him. Mama, tell me the truth. Spare me all lies. Mama hung her head. I saw a tear fall, and then she said, your papa, he was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. Is it true what they say? All his life he had never worked a day. They said he has 3 children and another wife. He did some storefront preaching, saving souls all the time. He was leeching off them, such a shame, yeah. Stealing in the name of God. Mama hung her head, I saw a tear fall, and then she said, "Your papa, he was a rolling stone, yeah. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left was alone." I heard he called himself a jack of all trades. Is that what sent him to an early grave? Begged, stole, and borrowed for his bills unpaid. Not much thinking, too much drinking, and chasing women. She said, "Your papa, he was a rolling stone, yeah. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was your papa. He was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone." Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling stone. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling stone. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling. Is that a yay or a nay or a well, I don't want to hurt her feelings, so I'll just cheer. It depends on. Well, it's interesting because for a really long time as an artist, I completely avoided covers. I avoided them like a plague. I just felt maybe, you know, as a songwriter, I was a little on the bougie side, and I'm like, well, I don't want to sing your song because you already wrote it. I want to write the song. But I'm coming out of my shell. You know, I'm working and I'm turning into something that, you know, I can deal with. And this next little cover is a fun one. And I think that this would be the mom's response. The mama and Papa Rolling Stone, if the little man decided to roll around again, I think this would be her response to him. So if you know this one, feel free to sing along. Are you doing it? I'm about to take my drummer's job. It's his turn. He counts us in, Roberta. Okay. Ready? At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking that I could never live without you by my side. And I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. I learned how to get along, and now you're back from outer space. Well, I just walked in to find you. That's that look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid life. I should have made you leave your key. If I'd have known in just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Boy, now go walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with goodbye? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I got all my life to live, I got all my love to give. I will survive, I will survive. pieces of my broken heart. And I spent so many days just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head up high and you see me, somebody new. I'm not some chained up little person still in love with you. So you felt like coming in, you just expect me to be free. Now I'm saving all my loving for someone who never needs forever. Walk out the door, just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Word to the one who tried to break me with goodbye. Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I got all my life to live, I got all my love to give. I will survive, I will survive, yeah. Go on now, go, walk out the door, just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Word to the one who tried to break me with goodbye. Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I got all my life to live, I got all my love to give. I will survive, I will survive, yeah. Speaking of surviving, I wrote this song as a bit of like tongue-in-cheek. I was trying to figure out this whole new world of music. And I had never grown up listening to country music, so it definitely took me by surprise that I was a country music artist. I just had my 20-year high school reunion, and they gave me the superlative for most unexpected music career path. I'm like, true that. And so I was driving, and I said, okay, well let me dive into this new world here. And so I decided to play some of, Billboard Hot 100 country or something like that. And I'm listening to the first song, and the theme is pretty much beer truck bar breakup. And I'm like, okay, I could've, yeah, that's about right. Next song comes on, beer truck bar breakup. And I'm like, cool, true. By the fifth song, I started to wonder, I'm like, so is everyone's three chords in the truth the same somehow? Like, how does that work? And I'm not knocking the system, I'm not knocking a hit, because when it's a good song, it's a good song, that's for sure. But I was wondering, as a black girl from Virginia who was born in Japan and met her husband in Cambodia, not in a bar, like I was trying to figure out how my three chords in the truth were going to fit into this country music conversation. And so just to be a little tongue-in-cheek, I was like, well, I'm gonna write a little song. It's called Small Town Boy. And it is absolutely no shade to small towns, because I absolutely love them. But it's more about not being kept in a box. It's about me and my three chords and my truth. So it's just a little play on that. I'll see what you guys think about it. Let me guess, you're at the bar with your boys, taking shots and making noise just to get the girl to notice. Let me guess, you'll take her home in your new truck, try your hand and push your luck on her love. already hopeless. That day you told me that I'd know where to find you if I'm never lonely. But here's the truth, I've been making friends in Dublin, in a castle by a stream. I put my roots down in Yakushka, where I learned some Japanese. And I've been living life in Lagos and soaking up the sun in St. Croix. I will gladly take the rest of the world. You can have your small town boy, and let me guess, you're underneath the neon lights, and she's holding you too tight, like your hand around that bottle. Let me guess, you're on the porch in your Levi jeans, on the day she ups and leaves you, and the dog in her Silverado. That day you told me that I know where to find you if I'm never lonely. But here's the truth, I've been making friends in Dublin, in a castle by a stream. I put my roots down in Yakushka, where I learned some Japanese. And I've been living life in Lagos and soaking up the sun in St. Croix. That's right. And I will gladly take the rest of the world. You can have your small town boy, and I bet you're at your mom's house to deny how much you blew it. She's telling you how good you had it, and it's a shame you never knew it. And then you'll go to church on Sunday, ugly, crying to the Savior, while I'll be finding God in the hearts of my global neighbors. And I'll be making friends in Dublin, in a castle by a stream. I put my roots down in Yakushka, where I learned some Japanese. And I'll be living life in Lagos, soaking up the sun in St. Croix. And I'll be chatting in a cafe in Cambodia, shopping sprees in South Korea, where I'll fall in love with a man who understands me, comforts me, and brings me joy. I will gladly take the rest of the world. You can have your small town boy. You can have your small town boy. Let me guess, you've been staring at your phone, contemplating how to reach me, 'cause that number doesn't work anymore. Okay, enough picking on the little guy, okay? Well, enough of that. I'm not a man-eater, I promise. This one is for all of my king-size men out there. If you're a king-size man, and not just when it comes to stature, but when it comes to your heart and your mind, if you're a king-size man, make some noise. Okay, y'all almost scared me for a second. I'm like, I hope we're out there somewhere. Okay, no, you thought it was a setup. I'm not setting you up. I'm not setting you up. This song is for you, okay? My husband is in real estate, and he was getting ready for a conference that him and some of the other guys were going to attend, and so they decided to pair up and get an Airbnb. As he was packing his luggage, he said, man, the Airbnb has 2 full-size beds and 1 king-size bed. And he was like, I hope they let me get the king-size bed. And I said, well, babe, you're definitely a king-size man. He's 6'5". He's hard to miss.
And so when I said those words, the songwriter in me said, we're going to write that song one day, and we did. It's on my debut country EP called Just a Taste. This is King Size.
Yeah.
Your job is coming, now you've got to take a flight. I help with luggage and give you a kiss goodbye. Our empty castle is making me feel so small. I'll be alone here at our home, waiting till you call. 'Cause I miss my king size of a man. I miss my king size of a man. In your presence, baby, my heart will wait to bow, baby. You best get on your way. How I need you now, baby. I'm waiting for you in this California. Yeah. I'm under these sheets, but I'd rather be underneath you instead. 'Cause I miss my king size of a man. I miss my king size of a man. Baby, how much I need you, you may never understand. Oh, I'm desperate for your embrace, your kiss, the touch of your hair. Business is business, but please don't take your time. No, yeah. 'Cause when you're done, there's only one thing that's on my mind. I need my king size of a man. I need my king size of a man. I miss my king size of a man. Baby, I miss my king size of a man. Having a king-size man around the house is extremely beneficial because there are a lot of things that I can't reach, can't move, right? I could just call for honey. Honey, I need help. There are a couple of setbacks to having a king-size man around. One of those setbacks being the fact that he has 2 left feet. So, in true songwriter fashion, I had to write a song about that too. Here it is for you, off of my EP, Just a Taste. This is He Can't Dance. Loving us will do. You know, there's plenty of songs out there about dancing. What about the not dancing, right? It was 2020. So yes,
this story was terrible, but also it's a happy ending. But yes, it was terrible, because that's just the prerequisite when it comes to 2020, right? Just, it was bad. My dad had a stroke. I was teaching at the time. We were all on virtual. My little ones were upstairs on their computers. I was downstairs on my computer doing our best, and I was talking to a bunch of gray boxes because they were teenagers and they didn't want to turn their cameras off or on. And you know, I get a call from my dad's wife, and I knew she was out of town. And it was Facebook call, so I knew it couldn't have been a butt dial. So I answered, and she told me that she could not get a hold of my dad. And so they sent someone over for a wellness check, and they found him upstairs. So he had surgery. I put my students on mute, which if there's anything we could bring back from the pandemic, it would be putting teenagers on mute. And just, be quiet, right? I put my students on mute, called my administrator, let her know I had to end my session with my students, and we made our way to North Carolina. And because it was 2020, they wouldn't let us in the hospital during his surgery, so we had to wait at home patiently and hope for the best. While we were waiting at home and twiddling our thumbs and being nervous wrecks, I was walking up and down the hallway, and I saw my very favorite picture of him and I, which was my 5th grade graduation. And he came to my 5th grade graduation in his Army uniform. He had all of the stripes and the candy and the medals. And it was just one of those moments as a little 10-year-old girl that said, man, that is my daddy. And I knew I was going to write that song. I said, I'm going to write a song. I'm going to call it Uniform. And I knew it was going to be about my dad who served in the Army. Do I have any vets out here tonight, by the way? Any service? We thank you for your service. I'm from Norfolk, where they're on every corner is a vet. So, but if you're out here, thank you so much for your service, those of you in uniform. But I knew it was going to be about my dad who served in the Army, my husband who served in the Navy, and my son who served 2nd grade. So this is Uniform. I was just a child, flower barely into bloom, on the day I reached the end of the crossroads. Early morning sun, I taste the air of middle June, on the day I reached the end of the crossroads. Curls pressed into longer locks, a white dress with a matching stocking, all prepared to walk across that stage. Other dads in simple garb, I laid my eyes upon my father. Striking was the least I could convey that day. From Japan to Desert Storm, he earned the stripes, a hero born. There is nothing like a man in a uniform. But there was no one like my daddy in his uniform. Never in a million years could I ever dream I'd meet you in a cafe overseas. You overcome your fears, I'm not as stuck up as I seem. So you leave a note with our friend Mindy. Underway for 30 days, we keep in touch to close the distance. I'm trying to remember what you look like. It was before social media. No one else is in the room as you walk in your navy dress blues. I'm trying to control these butterflies tonight. Dark and handsome, 6'5", my heart cannot believe its eyes. There's nothing like a
two ladies, but there is no one like my boyfriend, yeah, in his uniform. 9 months in the making, how I'm anticipating my baby boy. I know you'll be here soon. You will join your sister, my miss and little mister, two flowers that I'll cultivate to bloom. Chubby cheeks and big brown eyes, a smile that keeps me in your pocket. There's no telling what the future holds, but I hope it's filled with joy and blessings for you, my baby boy. I hope you reap the good things that we've sown. Tomorrow, a soldier or Olympian, there's nothing like a man in a uniform. Oh, my darling, you will see a world of possibilities, a destiny prepared before you're born. I can't wait to see my baby in a uniform. You are just a child, flower barely into bloom. Hold my hand as we begin at the crossroads.
So you remember how I talked about I'm bougie? I could be bougie as a songwriter. I wrote this song, and I had absolutely no intentions of any of you ever hearing it. It was one of those songs that I was like, man, it's really cliche, and so I'm just gonna put it on the show because, you know, I'm deeper than that, right? That's what I was thinking. Well, when I was in Nashville for the Americana Fest, we were doing this little round with the Black Opry right when it began. And we were in the house and we would just do our own little songwriters round. We would pass the guitar and we would take turns playing songs. And after a couple of rounds, I was starting to run out of material. So I pulled this one off the shelf and I played it for my friends. And they said, we need you to record that now. Like, don't blink, just go and record that song. Took me by surprise, honestly, but I did. I took their word for it. I went and I recorded it. And lo and behold, after I released it the next year, it won Song of the Year at my Beer Music Awards back at home. I would have never thunk it. I would have kept that one on the shelf. So here's to my friends for pushing me outside of my comfort zone. And, you need a good little cliche every now and then. So here's Sweet Baby Ray for you. I got a man who likes to eat, so I'm laying on him thick and sweet. He can call me Sweet Baby Ray. He's got those hungry eyes, looks like it's dinner time, and yes, I'm ready to serve. Big legs and smothered thighs, I know just what he likes to quench his hunger and thirst. Yeah, he likes the way I put it on him slow, turning up the heat and turning up the flow. I man who likes to eat, I'm dead on him thick and sweet. He can call me Sweet Baby Ray. I got a flavor, something that's sweet, like a marinade for all that heat. He can call me Sweet Baby Ray. It ain't that hard to choose. I'm Lizzo, blame the juice, and keep licking fingers all day. No catfish, I'm the truth. Gave BB King the blow. I'm sure he'll clean off his plate. Yeah, I got man who likes to eat. I'm dead on him thick and sweet. He can call me Sweet Baby Ray. I got flavor, something To invite a very special person to join me on stage. I love this part because it's like I get a little break. But this next one I wrote after witnessing my children play on a playground that I grew up on. My mom still has the same house, and we were over there hanging out, and we took my kids to the neighborhood park. When I was growing up, you know, it was straight up metal and rubber, and so you got a lot of thick skin sliding down those slides and swinging on those swings, and so it was very nostalgic to see it nice and padded now with colors, you know, state-of-the-art gymnastic type stuff. It was a moment. And it was interesting because this generation, they call them Gen Alpha, aka Zoomers. They're the tablet kids, right? And so this was my way of telling the younger generation not to forget how to be a kid. Put down the tablet, turn the TV off, and go outside and play. In the dirt, get stung by something. Take a look at those berries on the bush and, I don't know, give it a shot. You never know, it might be good to go. We had free snacks when I was growing up, the blackberries and the honeysuckles that used to grow on the bushes. That was perfect. And I sometimes feel like as a 90s kid, we were the last of the Mohegans. So this was my little letter to my little ones. Don't forget to get outside and play. So delivering this song to you all, please welcome Vanessa Joy, my baby girl.
Do you want to play a game? Let's play tag.
Ready?
Look at that. To clean before mama starts to yell. Living life before these cells. Cause there was nothing like a summer day with the grass up to our knees. Every day felt like a holiday, getting kissed by summer breeze. It didn't take much to have some fun. Kiddie pool and some water guns. Don't forget, we learned about those birds and bees on these ghetto country streets. Yeah, on these ghetto country streets. But darling, don't forget to run around and break a sweat like those pretty eyes and flirt. Double dutch and play with dirt. Get a car and walk a mile. Let be that Kool-Aid smile. Eat the berries from the wild, yeah. And don't forget to be a child. 'Cause there was nothing like the summer day with the grass up to our knees. Every day felt like a holiday to kiss by summer breeze. It didn't take much to have some fun. Kiddie pool and some water guns. Don't forget, we learned about those birds and bees on these ghetto country streets. Yeah, on these ghetto country streets. Yeah, sing la, 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 la. One more time, say la.
Alright, so if you get, fun fact, if you get, why is music playing on my phone? I didn't do that. I keep my heart out of sight. Who is that? Phones, they got a mind of their own. Fun fact though is if you get my EP, Just a Taste, the song Ghetto Country Streets is up there, and that is her little voice during the intro singing the la la la. So if you need a hit of dopamine, go ahead and get that EP, and you just go ahead and spin that song, and you'll hear the la la la's, and it'll make you feel better, I promise. And I'm not just saying that because I'm her mom. We were getting ready for bed, my daughter and I. I was in the bathroom and washing the face and all that stuff. And she turns to me randomly and says, "Mommy, when are we going back to Georgia?" And I looked at her and I said, "When are we going back to Georgia? Go brush your teeth. It's time for bed." Well, in that mockery, I actually really enjoyed that melody. So while she was getting ready for bed, I decided to write this song. And this song is called Back to Georgia. And for her, Georgia is where Grandma and Grandpa live. Georgia is Christmas break and playing with her cousins and visiting her aunties and uncles and not getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning for school. So that's why she wanted to go back to Georgia. And I think everybody has a Georgia in their hearts. My back to Georgia was New York. My mom's family's from New York, and every year for Christmas we would get on 95 and we would drive up to New York, and I would visit all 8 of my aunts and uncles and all of my 20-something cousins. And it would be a blast. And so wherever your Georgia is, this song is for you. Life is busy in Virginia, waking up before the sun. Her thoughts are drifting to December. Christmas break was so much fun. She's daddy's princess from Jamaica. The New York streets run in her blood. She got a taste of Southern comfort. Look, my phone is still playing music. Stop. Let me exit out of this. What is this app doing? This next one, speaking of being a 80s baby and a 90s kid, Do I have any fellow 80s babies, 90s kids out here tonight? Make some noise, millennials. We're still alive. The struggle is real, but we're out here. Like I said, I think we were the last of the Mohicans when it came to like great childhood and great music and all that kind of stuff. And I was listening to the R&B station, the radio station, and I heard this song that was extremely popular when I was growing up. And again, it struck me that it could be a country song because it's 3 chords in the truth. It's such a powerful story. So I did what I did. And I converted it in my own little way. And so if you know this one, feel free to sing along. I appreciate my little friends blowing bubbles on me. Thank you. It's really making my night.
Lonely mother gazing out of the window, staring at a sun that she just can't touch. If at any time he's in a jam, she'll be by his side, but he doesn't realize he hurts her so much. But all the praying ain't helping it out, 'cause he can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. So he goes out and he makes his money the best way he knows how. Another body laying cold in the gut. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Little Precious has a natural obsession for temptation that he just can't see. She gives him love that his body can't handle, but all he can say is, baby, it's good to me. One day he goes and takes a glimpse in the mirror, but he doesn't recognize his face. His health is fading, he doesn't know why. 3 letters took him to his final resting place. I say don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way, there's nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. I say don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way, but nothing at all,
song talks about people who tells the story of our vices, right? The things we struggle with. And that is true American music. Talking about the true human experience, right? The blues, foundations of blues, foundations of gospel, foundations of jazz. That's what good music is. And so I was itching to write a song that incorporated those foundations while speaking of the true human experience. This song is dedicated to my love for my favorite drink. It's called the Painkiller. Anybody familiar with a painkiller? By chance? I have some. Okay, I got friends out there. Painkiller. If you got a drink tonight, make some noise. Put your cup up in the air. Okay, good. Good. If you don't have one, go get one. In music, when it talks about the different struggles that we have, there's usually like this spectrum. It's either one end of the spectrum is like really bad and sad and like some Johnny Cash vibes, where it's like it's gonna just drown you in your sorrows and just like cut you away for life. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where it's really hard party time and it's like beer truck bar breakup, like the whole, repetitive type of thing. And this song is just one of those things where it's just square in the middle. Yeah, we like to party, we like to have a good drink, and we also know how wonderful and healthy it is to have strong relationships and strong friendships and strong mental health and strong spirit and all of those different things, strong faith, right? And so this one is called Stronger This Time. We like to tip back that drink, but it's even better when life is well and dandy. This is Stronger This Time.
Well, my heart's been sitting heavy, just can't seem to let it go. Little things that make me angry and got me feeling low. So I schedule an appointment with my therapist to talk. Just a little safety net before I fall. Well, I told her about my problems, my issues and fears. Though it ain't easy to solve them, I felt healing in my tears. No, she ain't no magic mixer like the tender of a bar. Just a little safety net before I fall. Hey! 'Cause I can throw that on a bottle deep down till 3 a.m. Throw a shot back with the bestie and then do it on again. I could swim that whiskey river, but it's always running dry. I need something a little bit stronger this time. Then I went to see my baby, and he could see it on my face that I've been in my feelings, and it's just one of them days. So he pulls me in to hug me, and I felt better in his arms. Just a little safety net before I fall. I can throw that on a bottle deep down till 3 a.m. Throw a shot back